Hello everyone, welcome to our Palworld Survival Guide. We are talking about pal fluids today because they tend to be something that, looks like I called it Kativa. They are a common resource in that you tend to need a lot of it to make different things. You're just going to hang out there for me for a little bit, buddy. Pal fluids, what are they? So pal fluids, honestly, when it comes to like materials that like come from pals, it's sometimes better to just not even think about what they actually are. But pal fluids, they're kind of like, I don't know, they're technically like a material. I have some right here. We'll kind of pull that out. They are a material crafting resource that, and if we kind of read the description here, it says bodily fluids taken from a pal, which is, again, let's not think too deeply into what these might possibly be, but you tend to get them from water-based pals. Not every water like type of pal will drop pal fluids, but they tend to be the ones that do it the most. Like none of the other types will drop these kind of fluids. They might drop other fluids, but not pal fluids. So that's kind of like what they are and what they do. Now, if you need to grind some of these, farm some of these, because goodness knows I kind of need to. I need to make some stuff. And there's a bunch of items that require PAL fluids as a crafting resource. You're going to need to go for certain types of PALs. Now, there's quite a number of them, but some of them tend to drop it a little bit higher than others. For example, that T-font right there, he's one. And some of the other ones here are, oh no, I made a mistake. Is Pengullet, T-font here, obviously. We should hopefully pick some up right now. There we go, we got one from him. Fwak, the little duck-looking guy. Celeray is another common pal that drops pal fluids. Kelpsy, Serpent, and then Gobfin. And then I think you can also get some from, like, Yormantide. But obviously, some of these pals are easier to farm than others, especially as like, a beginner. So I would say definitely go for, like, Pengullet, Fwak, and T-font. Even Celeray, really. Those tend to be, like, the easiest to go because they spawn kind of like, in, like, the beginning areas where you're very easy to kind of, like, get. They also tend to spawn in, like, large numbers, too, so you can defeat quite a few of them and be able to collect a good number of PAL fluids in just kind of like one single run. And then obviously, as you level up, you can always, I guess, go deeper and go for the Yormantide and Serpents and stuff like that. Totally, possible. But for beginners, I would definitely say go for Pengullet, Fwak, and T-fonts and Celerays too, because they're easy to defeat. So that's kind of like where you can get them in regards to pals and all that. Now, as for like water type pals in general, they do tend to spawn kind of like around the coastlines, around bodies of water. So if you're not able to find what you're looking for, maybe just kind of like walk around the beaches a little bit, and I'm sure you'll find a water type that drops pal fluids in no time. Now, why do you need these so bad? And that primarily comes down to the different crafting items, the items, structures, stuff like that requires PAL fluids. And there's quite a few. Like one of the earliest, I believe, is the hot springs, which is right here. You need 10 of those, 10 fluids to make this. And then there's like saddles, like the Serpent saddle requires PAL fluids. You need PAL fluids to make cement, and cement is like a pretty big resource used to make other things. So you'll need a lot of PAL fluids to make a lot of cement, and then make more advanced items. So there's that kind of thing as well. And then there's other like items like the water fountain. You'll need PAL fluids for that. If you want to get some more like medicines and crafting potions and whatnot or whatever, you will need the witch cauldron for that. There's the water fountain that can make certain pals more efficient. The tomato plantation, obviously, to make more cooking things right there, as well as the lettuce plantation too, like further down the line. Here's the witch cauldron. It was around here somewhere. There we go. To produce to improve medicine production efficiency. So if you're crafting like a lot of medicine, that can make those particular pals faster. And then the lettuce plantation here as well. You can see you need 10 fluids for that. And then I'm sure there's other like saddles and stuff too down the line, but those are some of the kind of like the beginning, mid tier, and a little bit later as well. So pal fluids you'll need, you know, kind of like throughout the game. And like I said, because you also need it to craft that, you know, to craft cement, which you use for other things, you're going to be needing quite a few. So obviously go ahead and hit up those pals. Feel free to farm them up, and you'll get quite a few fluids that way. So hopefully you found that helpful. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.